Bop. There we go. Game 1 of this best of 7 between Tato and Viper. A second semifinal to determine who is going to go through to face. Spoiler alert if you're on YouTube right now. Pause. Hera in the finals. Viper's going to be in the yellow. Tato's going to be in the red. And Tato is playing as the Koreans here. 9ville start nomad. Koreans are incredible. Look at the exploration on his villagers. Got such a big line of sight. Already found 2 pigs. Or sheep, sorry. That means he finds a boar with those sheep. And he's going to explore the shorelines. And he's even got a 3rd sheep up here. Let's see how many sheep Viper has. He has found 1. 2. And he's already exploring the shoreline. He's got a dock down here with the Bengalis. Now, Bengalis, a lot of bonuses on Nomad, right? You get the 2 extra villagers when you advance to Feudal and Castle Age, which means you will have a Vill lead, which is beautiful. Your ships heal over time, which means you win the 1v1 against Korean ships. Their ships are cheaper overall, but still very, very good. And you can see Viper here doing the trick with the hunt. So he's going to gather hunt with these vills, switch them over to the fish, which is likely behind here somewhere. Is there a little patch of fish back there? We're going to have to click through. Maybe if we double click this, we can figure it out. He didn't put the dock on a shorefish. So he has to click them over here to make them fishermen and women, and then bring them to the dock manually. That is very, very annoying there for him. But anyway, his ships do heal, so it wins the 1v1. And his monks are quite tanky. 3 melee armor, 3 pierce armor. And he's got a good monk tech tree. So if Viper gets up to Castle Age, he's defending with monks. He can maybe convert the war wagons from Tato. I think Bengalis was more of a play to fight up against Spanish, though, which Tato also had in the draft.
Hi, Dad.
And I think Tato knew that Viper was going to go Bengalis here, and he thought Koreans would be a better pick against them. Which, if he knew what Viper was going to do on Nomad with his civ selection, that's kind of some in-depth thinking there from Tato. Some strategizing. Spanish for Scandinavia? Maybe. Not the greatest boar position, but he's got 2 boars in there, and he's got impressive exploration already. So might be able to see some more boars that he can take. Needs to keep his sheep moving, though. The exploration could be so much better right now for Tato. And it's just simply not there, right? Like, we should have already explored the shorelines down here. Should have already explored this entire area over here as well. It's not eliminated where many places where Viper's dock could be. So he's got like half the map left where he could have a dock, and could even have a dock up here. Not the greatest use of the sheep so far from Tato. Low volume, low volume, low volume, low volume, low volume. That's great. There should be a dial somewhere that you can turn up to increase your volume, my friend. Sorry, Canadian. Thank you for the 3 months. Appreciate it. And OG Joke, thank you for the tier 1. Welcome in, brother. Appreciate that. Feudal Age is on the way quite quickly from Viper. Feudal Age, follow up here from Tato as well. And Tato is ahead by 1 Vill because Viper had some idle TC time. Players have no loom there for Viper and no loom as well for Tato.
Sheesh.
Shui, thank you for the prime. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, my good sir. 5 fishing ships for Viper, 4 fishing ships for Tato. And Tato is just continuing to explore, eliminating places the dock could be, but he doesn't know. Like, the dock could be up here. It's definitely, compared to what we've seen so far on Warlords, definitely sloppy scouting early from Tato. Definitely some sloppy scouting. Let's take a look at Viper's scouting. He knows where the dock is from Tato. He's going for a forward dock, and he's planning on contesting the water. Another dock up here for Tato. And I wonder if he opens galleys or fire galleys. We've seen Koreans open galleys, but I think when your opponent is ahead of you to Feudal Age, you got to go fire galleys. He's going galleys. He's still going galleys. Loom comes in for Viper. Fires are on their way. And Chemical, thank you. That's 100 gifted on the day. Chemical is crazy, dude. Another 50 gifted from our resident doctor. He's a goddamn hero. Thank you so much, Chemical. Appreciate it, man. You don't have to do that, you know. If you guys get gifted a sub at any point today or previously or maybe in the future, make sure you thank your gifter. That's super generous. Mill is coming up here from Viper. He can take the shortfish and the deer on this side. Does he see that boar? Now he can see it. And he's taking another one in here, so plenty of food available for Viper. Meanwhile, Fire's just protecting his own fish, also going for a demo. As the galleys come in, and the Fires are perfectly positioned to defend against this. FM, thank you for the gifted sub. Chemical once again, bro. Thank you so much. Chemical single-handedly keeping the pizza and coffee shops near Dave afloat. True. Ooh, could be a nice demo on the villager here. Does Viper want to go for that, Bill? He does not, and she runs away. And it's 4 galleys for Tato. Now, Viper's ships heal over time, so he can just keep pulling these back. It's a very slow heal, but it does add up, especially when you're making fires. Viper will pull back. He's going to heal this demo. He's going to heal this fire galley. And he's just going to keep his fish safe. Market coming up from Viper. The castle age time is going to be pretty nice from him. Tato will be going into archers. But you can see his house. So some production issues here for him early. As he now goes for a mill. Already has the requisite buildings to click up to castle age. But he goes for fletching instead. And he's going to be a little bit later than Viper. Viper has plenty of food income. Great build here from Viper. We'll see what the Bengalis can do long term. I feel like the Koreans are going to start to have advantages in the Castle Age and Imperial Age. But so far, early, Viper's done everything he's needed to do to keep his fish safe and to keep his Castle Age timing really, really quick. Galleys match up better against healing ships. Might even see turtles. Maybe. I think Viper's Castle Age timing is just going to be a little bit brutal for Tato, right? He can get that War Galley upgrade before Tato even clicks it. And galleys do not perform all that well against fire ships. A little bit of a difficult position here for Viper. That archer has fletching, and it has the first armor upgrade. So tougher for those villagers to take it out. I would think Viper will go into a monastery to defend himself. Usually monks don't fare all that well against archers, but with the +3 pierce armor that Bengalis get, it could be a really solid, really solid option. And he's going to get 2 more vills when he reaches Castle Age. So the villager lead is going to be there for him. Like this from Tato, killing the deer, might as well. And Viper's going to try and lure in that boar. He's going to get that in fine. He's done a wonderful job protecting his fish so far. Tato, I guess, has done a great job protecting his against the forward docks from Viper, too. And now he's doing a good job just harassing, just making things incredibly difficult for the snake. He's going to get to Castle Age faster, but he's kind of surrounded, right? Tower now coming up within range of that gold. Viper going for a monastery immediately, going for the wood upgrade, and still can't afford a town center. He goes for a house with the resources he needs to drop a town center. Interesting. Also has so much on food right now. Kind of crazy, but the War Galley research is coming in, and he's got plenty of ships available. However, Tato knows this is going to happen. He's already relocating his fish. So he's buying himself an extra minute by sending his fish over here. That's time to get his upgrades in and time to loop around this way with the galleys. Viper also sensing something could be coming from that side. He's moving his fish around too. Beautiful play from both. I think I would favor Tato in this position though. The tower is really good here. Siege Workshop follow-up. Another tower over here from Tato. And archers over on this side as Viper tries to save his vills. One villager goes down. Favored Tato lol ... K. Don't ... me, dude. Don't ... me. It ain't cool. He's got mangonels forward. He's got towers all over him. He hasn't lost his fish yet. He's just now going to lose his fish. And he's looping around to kill Viper's fish, too. I think it's honestly not a bad position for Tato. Viper will just go for a third TC. And Viper is going to try and get a castle out. Maybe some Ratha onto the field could be big as he kills the fish from Tato. And he's going to try and deal with these galleys. Tato not being as sneaky as he thought with these things. He actually ran into that mill, giving Viper a little bit of warning that these were coming. As more mangonels push out this way. Tato needs to save his archers. He attacks the deer by accident. Trying to pull the monks into the mangonels. And Viper is now selling res for redemption. 43 villagers for him. 43 villagers for him. 6 in the queue. And the fishing ships are going down for Viper. Tato just YOLOs onto them. Takes out all the fish from Viper. Viper can add in fish again because he's taken out most of the docks from Tato. I think he can comfortably do that. But he can't because he has no wood eco. Viper has 1 on wood. 17 villagers on berries. 27 villagers on stone. And no wood to speak of. But he does have redemption. We'll see if Tato can manage to snipe these monks. Doesn't get it. Loses a mangonel. Good conversion there from Viper. And he goes back out to the wood line. Now that he can access it again. Second town center for Tato here. Still fires all over the place from Viper. Like I said, he didn't have the wood to add in extra fish. And Tato thinking about another TC. Also adding in farms. For some much needed food eco. 4 on food only for him right now, but it's going to get better. He's also on stone. There's the castle from Viper. That will be able to clear up the towers within range. Tato still has a few mangonels, so Viper will need to pay attention to those. And Tato's going for another tower within range of that castle. I don't know. As Viper comes out here to try and convert the towers. Got to be paying attention to this, Tato. You can't let him convert this. Will the monk make it? He makes it! He makes it, dude. And they're healing each other. And yeah, that tower just goes down. This one probably needs to be deleted as well. Tato clearing up some of the monks behind here. 61 villagers for Viper. 46 villagers for Tato. Mangonels are pushing in. Gotta be outside of the range of that castle. But still within range of this TC, and he's found the perfect area. If fletching comes in, I think Viper can range this tower, so I don't know how effective that's going to be long term. Also, Monk's still pushing back the mangonels. Tato will go for a university here. Trying to get his food eco set up. Viper still hasn't added in fish on the water. He's buying more wood, though, and he might be going for another town center somewhere over here. Viper kind of winning this. Yeah, he's pulled himself back. Tato had a good position initially, but redemption was at the perfect timing. Once he converted that mangonel, took out the other mangonel, got back on wood, he was looking fine. He's going to go for a 4th TC. There's a lot of villagers building that. Another mangonel looping around. 2 more going back in defense. Tato's still getting his eco up and rolling. We look at total res collected. Tato's still ahead of Viper. Because Viper's eco was so inefficient early. But that number is about to change because he has 69 villagers versus the 55 from Tato. Also, Tato missing that second wood upgrade. Ooh, nice dodge there. That was a close one. Who do you shoot? You shoot the monk, surely. Oh no, who do you shoot? It's like one of those things where a couple holds out a food for a dog, and then you have to decide which... the dog has to decide which one to go to. Another monk goes down, and that castle is a bit YOLO without the monks here to help him out. We got a mangonel from Tato. I don't know, Viper. He can garrison these villagers inside the TCs when the shots come in, but it's going to be ugly regardless. It's going to be ugly regardless. He's trying to garrison in between the shots. He's doing it. Another mangonel working away on this side. Another tower coming forward from Tato. Viper has abandoned building that castle for now until another monk comes out. But there's more crossbows on the way from Tato. Villagers are attacking this mangonel. Can he repair in time? No, he can't. Tato with 64 villagers. Lots of wood in the bank. Viper, 79 vills. And Ratha are making their way onto the field. Tato does have ballistics now, though. It's going for another tower. Has crossbows to deal with the Ratha. The watchtower will do well as against them, too. Sorry, guard tower. And lots of weak villagers in the mix here for Viper as well. As we see another castle attempting to go up. He's got so many villagers building that. He's got a monk to convert the mangonel, but that can be sniped down by the crossbows. And he's going to lose a lot more vills trying to complete this. Oh, boy. Tato abandons that. He could have killed so many vills, I feel like. How on earth did Viper get that conversion? How on earth did he manage to get that one instantly? Meanwhile, towers working around the castle and the TC. Another tower here from Tato. Incredibly aggressive push here from Tato. Tower literally in the middle of Viper's base, in between two castles, cutting off the gold. And Viper will go to stone over here. Res collected, Tato is still ahead because Viper's eco has been, well, 36% efficiency in the last minute. And more crossbows over here. He's on the run again. He's on the run again. Take a look at the overall efficiency here. Overall worker efficiency for Viper, 62%. Idle economy time, almost double. An hour and 12 seconds. Moving economy time, over 2 hours more. We see the crossbows working away against the Ratha. Ratha have no upgrades at all. And Viper's like, where do I go? Not that way. Not that way. What a beautiful nomad game. Viper's now pushing out with a watchtower of his own. He's trying to convert this tower over to his side, and Tato needs to realize that and delete it. But I think Tato actually took out the monk with the villagers. He did. Murder holes, maybe, Tato? You have a university. Murder holes will go hard here. He might get it. The tower goes down. He couldn't repair it. It was being body blocked. Meanwhile, on this side, crossbows still putting in work. Another guard tower going on behind the wood line. These villagers are still alive. And this one is garrisoned with crossbows. So the TC is actually losing HP there. And Viper now looping out. Oh, God. Yeah, Viper probably looked over here. He's like, this isn't good. This is not a good state for my eco to be in. 12 villagers on random deer, and he calls the GG. Really aggressive stuff from Tato. I think Viper thought Tato would play Spanish, and that's why he went Bengalis here. And Tato was like, not sure about the Spanish pick. Gonna go for the Koreans. Can use Spanish somewhere else. Beautiful game there. 1-0 for Tato to start this one off. Early call. I think you have to put yourself in Viper's position, right? If we look from his perspective, he has a tower going up here. He has towers denying this gold, this wood line. He's got a tower denying this wood line and this gold. He knows there's going to be some pressure coming from this side soon, and he can't stop it to keep taking that stone. He's got also villagers in the back here denying that wood line. If we're just looking at potential wood lines he can take, there's really only one, which is over here, which is easily towerable again. And he doesn't have stone for another castle yet. Plus, he can't take half of his farms. It's a really disgusting position to be in. Yeah, he doesn't have access to wood, man. 40 wood in the bank. He didn't even have enough wood for a lumber camp. I don't know if that's an early GG. If you look at the villager counts, maybe. But the resources? Not so much. Okay. We go into the next game. It's going to be on Arabia. Feels like we haven't seen in a while. It's a win for Tato on Nomad. And that's a win for Koreans. And that's a loss for Bengalis. Tato had free eco behind the fight the entire time. Yep. Was never disrupted other than his fishing ships. Never once. Once again, I think I would like to ask Viper about that because I think he thought Tato was going Spanish there. And then once he saw Koreans, he didn't really know the approach he should take. All right, so here we are on Arabia. Tato has taken Tatars and Viper has gone Aztecs. Take a look at Viper's map. It's okay. Back gold, back woodline is fantastic. Back berries is great. And we'll probably see a wall coming up like around this area, right to the edge of the map. And then to the TC and then around back here. Back gold is really nice for Aztecs, but it's only one back woodline. It's incredibly open up here. Tato's map, same kind of deal. He can wall in the gold. It's uglier than Viper's gold for sure. The berries are uglier, but at least he's got some backwood. Take advantage of. 4-1 Tato. That's a bold call, dude. Get your predictions in. Prediction is up. Gamba is ongoing. If you don't have any points here, maybe you're new here. That's a great way to earn some. It's also a great way to lose everything. Not the same at all. Viper has a great map, and Tato's map sucks. Okay. All right. Why are the woodlines so weird? Is it a custom version? It is a custom version, yeah. Corner check. That's an interesting corner. It really is. If the camels were further... Bird also adds a lot, so it just went down a tier when the bird left. Also go adding a little bit. If the camels were over here, it would be cool. This corner, I'm kind of vibing to this corner, I'm not going to lie. That's like, this is like a B tier corner. B plus maybe. This is like a B. That's like a B as well. That's a good corner though. That's an A tier corner. I don't know what you guys... I think that's an A tier corner. It's a good corner. And the bird is coming. Oh man, with the bird too, with the vulture. A plus. Okay. Barracks coming up from Viper. Militia on the way. He's already got Feudal Age queued. And this is going to be 18 villagers into Men-at-Arms? Or is it just militia with archer range follow-up? It looks like Men-at-Arms. Sending the vills out to the gold now. Really feeling the mountain in the north corner? It's more of a it's more of a dune than a mountain. You big dune guy? It's not a drush, dude. Don't laugh yet. It's not a drush. It's Men-at-Arms. Into archers. Barracks here for Tato as well. That gold might come back to bite Tato. Up on that hill. You can definitely wall it off eventually. But it is an ugly gold. And the berries as well. Yo, Tremendo. Don't make me say it again. Tremendo. Thank you for the 5 gifted, dude. Appreciate it. Tremendo Chiquitan. Yep. There it is. Make him say it again. Nice quick wall there from Tato as the Eagle came in. Also quick walled in his villager on the other side. Men-at-Arms upgrade. Bop. There it is from Viper. And the Archer range follow-up will be coming right there. So wouldn't be surprised to see a couple more Eagles being cute if he has the food for it. Good walling around here from Tato. Viper will be able to apply pressure here, but Tato going into a stable might be able to catch the reinforcements, and this is where he needs to keep his starting scout. He needs to be looking for those archers, and if you're Viper, you probably want to go for a spearman to protect the archers coming across. Tato knows he has at least a minute before the archers show up. He knows the timing on this build. He's got to get his scouts out. He's got to get them in the right position. And he's got to hope that Viper isn't accompanying his range units with spearmen. Or if he is, he can maybe catch them all alone. Archer range is really quick from Tato too. So he's going to go into skirmishers to support his scouts. And unfortunately did take a hit on that scout from the spearman. But still, Viper has to worry about the scouts over here. Tato is just studiously ignoring the men-at-arms on this side. He'll make one archer. And then likely some skirmishers. I missed the first match. Was it close? Yeah, it was close. I mean, Viper never really threatened Tato at any point, but he did have a bigger eco throughout most of it. Town watch coming in from Tato because he's housed. That spearman is a problem, right? He needs to deal with that. Definitely needs to deal with this spearman somehow. The men-at-arms are also potentially an issue. And you can see Viper is playing really solid. He's not sending the archers alone. He's massing them up back here so that they actually stand a chance. If these scouts just decide to leave this army alone and try and find the reinforcements, Viper knows exactly what Tato wants to do here. That's just experience from both. Tato knows, can't really take a straight up fight against this, but at the same time, this, if he abandons the berries, this army doesn't really pose that much of a threat. So he's just going to go forward and look for value. And Viper experienced enough to keep his archers together. So they aren't easy meat against the scouts. Tato now walling up on this side. If he gets this wall down, the gold will be fairly secure. Really, really high level stuff here. Great positioning from both. And Tato adding in more archers and going to gold when he did means that, you know, if Viper wanted to consistently produce eagles there, they wouldn't really counter the archers as hard as they would counter skirmishers. Nice clear up on the eagle. Takes the spearman. But the archer army is there as a follow-up. And Tato can't really engage here with the scouts. The men-at-arms are still providing value. Another spearman along there. And fletching is in for the archers now. So just a little bit of a standoff here. Maybe Tato can camp on a hill with Tatars. Get something rolling. He's going for the market. Viper should be placing a market relatively soon. GL players love their markets. Probably put one out here somewhere. And then sell his stone maybe. Buy his way up. This is so Arabia. You're right. It is. Hey Dave, the title needs to be updated. No, the title is correct. It says Viper vs. Tato. You might want to refresh. Year end. It doesn't? It does. So. You even did the command. And it's correct. Nice job, SNM. It doesn't need to be updated. Ah, I see what you're saying there. Okay, I thought you were responding to me. Archers coming in. Tato needs to abandon the wood line. Viper can idle the farms a little bit, and Tato still can't comfortably come out for these berries. But Viper has to be concerned about the counterattack. And look at the positioning on the armies from both of these guys. Beautiful. Damage control for both. Just excellent. Tato had the army over here earlier when Viper tried to loop around. Viper has the defensive army over here when Tato tries to come in. Tato pulling the villagers away just in the nick of time. And using the market a little bit, he sold his stone. Viper sold the stone as well, and they might be clicking up at the same time. Viper goes up to Castle Age. Little bit faster than Tato. Tato is waiting for the food to naturally come in here, so a bunch of idle TC time there. Almost the same amount as Viper, and he clicks up to Castle Age too. Now, his archers will automatically get Thumb Ring, and they're better on the hills too. So if we're playing into an extended archer battle, Tatars will be better. But it looks like Viper wants to mix in some eagles now, and he's going for a second barracks. Step Lancers are also a great option against eagles if you have the eco for it. Right now it doesn't really look like Tato has the eco for it. 8 on food. The production is faster for Viper though. We have to point that out. That's why he has more military on the field right now. Why is Viper not going second barracks eagle? Well, there's the second barracks, and there's the eagles. And there's the third barracks. And he kind of waited until Tato was out of view to place that. Don't know if that was intentional or not. There has only been 4 kills here in this game. Tato's still pressuring. He wants that Thumb Ring upgrade to come in so bad right now. He wants that upgrade so bad right now. Uh-oh. 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 Waiting for Castle Age. It's in. Thumb Ring is in. Crossbow is coming for Tato. Bodkin Arrow is on the way. Viper will be a little bit faster. He's going to be about 15 seconds faster with both of those things. Tato managing to snipe some of these archers before they become crossbows. Trying to take an angle here where Viper can't get damage on him. Scouts are now blocking a little bit, though. Tato finding himself a hill with the crossbows. However, the eagles are here. The crossbow mass is there from Viper. And Tato will just need to try and save this army, or maybe just buy himself as much time as possible. Tatar's on a hill with Thumb Ring, though. You can't underestimate it. I think you can underestimate it now that he only has 2. Yeah. Maybe not the value that Tato wanted from that. More crossbows on the way out. He's got 3 ranges. He's not going cav archers. Just crossbows for the moment. University coming in for ballistics. So we'll have Thumb Ring, ballistics, crossbows. Versus now eagles with some crossbow follow-up from Viper. And that's actually really important that he has those. Is the first set over, or is this the first one? Well, we're in game 2. And I've been live for 4.5 hours. So game 1 was an absolute banger. Or it's the second set. One hell of a first game. Yep. Who knew that 4-0 was in the pool? Crazy. Ballistics is 5 seconds away. Viper already saw that Tato didn't have ballistics, but he might have spotted the university. He did not. He did not. Still, he's pulling away. He's getting that +2 armor for the eagles. And Tato still doesn't have a stable to go step land. Oh, he does have a stable. That's right. He made scouts earlier. I'm an idiot. Still hasn't made any step lancers, is what I meant to say. Okay, eagles dodging around ballistics. Not that guy. And more monks being sniped down. More eagles being sniped down. Tato definitely has the better upgrades here when we're looking at these 2 militaries. Viper is going to have a lot of eagles to dive on these crossbows. So many of them are going to get sniped before he even gets to the crossbows. He's going for a siege workshop now, and Viper is looking like he's in a little bit of trouble here. How quick is the follow-up with the army for Tato? It's still a ways away. But he's pulling his crossbows back, and he might consider going for a siege workshop of his own now. Is it siege workshop or is it extra TCs? He is on stone, so maybe thinking second TC follow-up instead. Siege workshop is tough, I guess, against eagles, but if you have these crossbows to protect, it would be nice. Need 25 eagles. We'll eat all the crossbows. It's tough, man. You got to come in at the right angle. You got to distract him first. You got to make sure he's not sitting on a hill with Tatars. Tatars just coming in. Deadville. And the eagles are pushing forward. They're trying to catch the reinforcements. Nice movement here from Viper. Really beautiful movement. He knows he can't fight that army straight up. So instead, he picks the battles that he can fight. I think that was like Sun Tzu. I don't know what happened to Father Zhu, but Sun Tzu was a pretty smart guy. Attack your enemy where they aren't. What a dad joke. I know, dude. Step Lancer here. Step Lancers are pretty brutal against eagles. This game is gonna start to get out of control a little bit for Viper. And he's not all in, right? He's 2 TC. If he was all in, you would say he can just keep up production and maybe overwhelm. But Tato has a really solid unit composition. You can already see the KD in his favor, 31 to 22. 11 kills already on these crossbows, and the Step Lancers will give a nice little meat shield in front. Tato just needs to make sure he doesn't take any terrible fights. Viper doesn't want to engage. Tato also has the better eco upgrades. Looking rough for Viper right now. 3rd TC coming up now for the Spaniard. Sato better than Viper? I don't know. I think Tato's playing better today than he did yesterday. But I mean, Sato was off the chain too. Gotta give credit to Sato after that rough start to Warlords. The recovery was insane. Scorpion down. Second Scorpion's gonna go down. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Monks pushing in, trying to convert the Step Lancers. Can't get too close to the crossbows though. No upgrades on these monks yet, so still only 30 HP for Viper. And the eagles are coming in. The Step Lancers can come over to help, but Viper knows he can't take that fight, man. Thumb ring ballistics, Tatar crossbows on a hill. Maybe he can take it now. Tato maybe trying to go a little bit too aggressive for that Scorpion, and Viper comes in when Tato is out of position. He's still microing down these eagles. And Viper's going to lose almost all of his eagles trying to clear this up. If not all of them. I think Tato might win this fight against the eagles. Kind of disgusting as long as he stays out of range of that Scorpion. It is very disgusting. Step Lancers trying to come over and snipe the villagers. Viper kind of walling them off a little bit. And yeah, Tato's going to keep the crossbows alive. Meanwhile, up here, more crossbows trying to come in for the counter raid. If they sit right up against these houses, could snipe vills. 67 villagers for Viper, and now Cav archers are being mixed in from Tato. Keep up with the mobility of these eagles. A little bit more damage output, too. Tato's playing this so well, guys. So well. And Viper's just trying to stay alive. He's trying to stay afloat, keep his army numbers up there, slowly push Tato back, and get himself set up. We know Viper's a demon in the late game, right? Even with Aztecs. Is Tato a full-time player? Yeah, he has been for a while. Castle incoming soon? Yep. Are the villagers going to come forward is the question. Nope. Was for a more defensive castle on the gold. Oh my god, dude. Do not stack up like that. Value your crossbows, my guy. Nice damage coming in from the Scorpions from Viper. I mean, Tato's main focus is the Cav Archers right now, but still, his crossbows could be a factor in keeping this army away. And now Viper feels pretty confident. He's going to push out, but at the same time, look at this. Crossbows coming in from the other side. Is there a hole here? I don't think there is. Viper will still lose villagers, though. 1, 2. And that's it. Viper finds the castle. Nothing to be done about that position, though. Cav Archers are here. Castle goes up. And Keshiks are on the way out. If he deals with the monks, Keshiks can be great against the eagles. It's basically like a better, cheaper knight, essentially. But the monks are an issue for sure. And Sanctity is in, so that means 50 HP on these Aztec monks. What happened to the crossbows? Well, we don't know what happened to that crossbow army, but we're assuming that they're dead. So, top left. Ah. Oh, that's a monk. That's a castle. And that's an army of eagles. As Tato tries to wall himself up here. Will he make it? Will he make it? Oh! But the monks are here. Uh-oh. Problems for Tato as Viper discovers the castle foundation. And these Cav Archers have to go all the way back. Fortune favors the bold. And Viper decided to go for an attack. He finds himself an opportunity. He will lose these monks against the Cav Archers, but still killing a few villagers, and more importantly, forcing Tato back onto his side of the map. And at the same time, look at this. The Eagles are under the TC. Tato is paying attention to the stuff up north. He's not paying attention to this. And he's losing more villagers. And now he's losing some Cav Archers too. But Viper lets his entire army be wiped up. Absolutely mopped here. That Eagle army. Tato can go build this castle again. And Viper, in the meantime, he's like, yeah, you're not getting in here. House walled the entire area. Hopefully, there's no holes. Viper is up to him. He's going for more barracks. Keshiks are here from Tato. Viper needs to make sure there's no holes in his base. If Tato runs through here, it's tragic, right? It's really, really bad. Could go for a stone gate to stop this. Doesn't do it, and the Keshiks are going to go through. And Viper is forced to make a defensive castle. Tato just runs straight through. And I don't know if that castle goes up. Viper really needed to wall this, like heavily wall this. He left it open for too long, and now Tato is sitting in the middle of his base. There's still an Eagle army over here for Viper. We still have some of those crossbows from earlier. But this castle not being up is very painful. Very, very painful. Another castle here from Tato. He's going for the Viper approach against Viper, right? He's just defending his neutral golds. He's not going for anything aggressive, even though he has the forward military. Gonna play into the long game. And I think, honestly, I think Tatars are favored over Aztecs in the long game. We'll just see what Viper can do with this this earlier imp. Expanding his eco. He still has more villagers. Does have wheelbarrow, but doesn't have bowsaw, doesn't have heavy plow. Damn, dude, this is a rough position for Viper. If he finds himself a big clear up here, he can then shift his focus over to this side. But that castle's about to go down, and he needs to make sure to kill or to delete that so he can get some stone back. Will he get the stone back? Will he get the stone back? He deletes it. 62 military for Tato. 26 military for Viper. Tato is staying in the castle age. Fortunately for Viper, Tato is actually attacking the barracks that is not researching Elite Eagle. And Elite Eagle is in. Does he take the fight now? 26 Eagles waiting for the armor. Once he gets that armor, maybe he can just dive on this. There's a lot of Keshiks there. There's also Keshiks up here he has to be worried about. Cav archers over here from Tato. He's gone for a counter raid at the back. And villagers are dying here from Tato, but he will go for another defensive castle. 26 Keshiks is a lot, folks. It's a lot. And Viper's Eagles are busy over here dealing with this stuff. Lots of villagers will die here. A ton of villagers are going to die here. Keshik's just eating Viper's Eco. And against low numbers of Eagles, this army should be fine. Viper, still at 92 vills. He killed quite a few from Tato over here, and the Eco KD is still relatively even. The Eagles have potential to do damage too. And it looks like Viper might be able to clear up this army. So maybe Viper has stabilized. Maybe the decision from Tato to stay in Castle Age is not the right one. However, he's found himself a really nice spot to sit on the hill. Oh no. That is a disgusting position to be in for Tato. Viper's going to try and keep him trapped in and clear up this army with these Eagles coming back. But only one Eagle in the queue right now for Viper. My man is stuck here. Uh-oh. Tato's like... He's picked a hill to die on, folks. He has picked a hill to die on, for sure. And he's going to take out a lot of units on his way out. Meanwhile... Keshik's all over the place. Viper struggling big time. Tato's still in the Castle Age. Viper still has the age advantage, right? Viper has the lead Eagle. Viper's got all the infantry armor upgrades for his Eagles. 35 on food, but only 9 on gold. And gold income is what you need. If you're going to be producing Eagles, he's going to have to switch now into pikemen. New pathing is really deciding this tournament. I didn't see any pathing issues there. I don't know what you saw. Looked like fairly normal Age of Empires pathing to me. All the Eagles were stuck, bro. Saw some TCA die hard, yep. Some Eagles were just standing doing nothing. Welcome to Age of Empires 2. I don't think there's anything new about that. Keshik's over here is still raiding this TC, and Viper hasn't really gotten much working time out of this one at all. There's a castle here from Viper. A lot of Eagles. Keshik's will still do okay against the lead Eagle with full castle age upgrades. But it feels like Viper probably has enough. And that's the first castle of the game for Viper, remember, because this one got denied over here. I remember Adression Arena working because it went through the wall. Yeah, that was a great update. That was just a fantastic time. When you could deliberately just click enough so your units went through walls. Wonderful. I miss those times. Should Tato buy Imp? He's got 52 on food. I think he's going to, if he just stalls out production for a minute here, he's going to be up. He's going to have 2,300 gold. He's got the castle set up. Viper is in full recovery mode right now. He took a lot of damage on his eco. He still doesn't have the stone to set up castles over here where he probably wants them. Those vills were close. Those guys were being bros over there. Kiss a homie, you know what I mean? Viper should just raid him to death. It's tough, man. He's got Keshiks to stop the raids. He's got castles everywhere, even from Viper's point of view, right? He sees a castle there, castle here, castle here, castle here. And your Eagles with Aztecs are not Mayan Eagles. They don't have El Dorado. They can't tank everything. Right now, Viper's just focusing on trebbing down this castle on the side. Still has not really secured this area, which is an issue, and still doesn't have full access to stone. Should probably go to at some point. I think he should send some raiding parties in, though, for sure. And I'm curious why he isn't at the moment. 200 population somehow for Viper. 200. I looked up there. I did not expect to see 200 pop. He's pop capped. Actually, insane recovery here from the snake. Considering the position that Tato had. Insane production from him. Eco is still looking fairly solid, despite the fact that it's quite open on the sides. And he's just expanding outwards, and he's taking the castle down now with just one trebuchet. We'll push forward, and it's wide open into Tato's base at this point. Now, Tato has a few options here. His ultimate composition is probably like Cav Archer Keshik, right? But Tatars, I think a lot of people forget that they do get access to hand cannon if he wants to fight against this army. We'll see what he chooses to go for. It's Blast Furnace and probably Elite Keshik. He can unqueue those Keshiks and get... Oh, boy, it's already on the way in. Damn, dude. That's tough. Herbal Medicine coming in for Viper. And all of those were the weak ones. How did he separate those in an instant? That's crazy. They were all super weak. They're going to start healing up inside. Garland War is an incredibly important technology here, but he needs to unqueue that trebuchet to get it rolling. He is still pop capped at 200 population. It's kind of brutal that Garland Wars is not coming in right now. He's going to have to lose units for it to come in. He notices, he unqueues the treb, goes for Garland Wars. We're about to have a massive battle here. Huge fight coming in before Garland Wars technology is researched. 35 seconds to go on that tech. Eagles against Elite Keshik. The Elite Keshik army should be better. There's still pikemen mixed in here for Viper. And, oh, the Eagles aren't fighting. Okay, there's the pathing right there. Maybe he had him on sand ground. I don't know. But the Keshiks are going to rip through all of these Eagles. It wouldn't even make a difference if they started fighting immediately. I think an extra, like, 5 Keshiks die if those Eagles started fighting right away. That is just not a fight that Viper can ever win without Garland Wars, and Blast Furnace just coming in right now. The amount of Keshiks there was insane from Tato. Tato up 2-0. He's looking so strong, man. Feels like an early GG. How are you ever going to stop these? You have enough resources to reproduce that army, but you just lost 60 units, and your opponent's at 190 pop. You can't stop these. He had 42 pikes queued. By the time those are produced, these things have already run over your eco. I don't think the pathing there makes a difference at all, guys. It was disgusting. Don't get me wrong. But I don't think that makes a difference at all in this fight. Let's pause right here. 60 Keshiks versus 49 Eagles. They're absolutely going to destroy Eagles, even if Garland Wars is in. And then you have 21 pikemen? No. No. That's not even close ever. Maybe if Garland Wars and Blast Furnace is in there. Maybe. Replay the fight, please. That's too late. We've come too far. But yeah, some disgusting pathing at the end. You're not wrong. 2-0 for Tato. Let's see how Viper recovers. They're going to go on to Hideout next. And Tato is going to pick the Slavs. Loss for Aztecs. Win for the Tatars. Loss on Arabia. And now we go on to Hideout. First time ever joining a Dave stream. What's up, people? That's big, assuming we have people here. I thought they were all just bots. Welcome to Bot World. Any bots in the chat? Any TV watchers in the chat? Guys, if there's TV watchers, we won't know. It takes them about 3 minutes on average to get up from their TV and then input the letters with the remote control into the Twitch chat. Who's favorite in the series? Should be Viper, but Tato's doing really well. Heat cooking. All right, we'll enable this. Microwave watcher. Saucy Seal, thank you for the gifted sub. Appreciate it. All right. Hideout now. Burgundians against Slavs. Burgundians is like the meta pick for this. But Slavs, we can see where they can benefit, right? The farming, 15% faster is big. The cheaper castles could be huge with the tenants. And above all else, the monks walking faster to grab the relics could be massive. So this is generally a map where you can test the relics early. Relic generation is actually really fair here. Kato has 2 closer to him. Vipers are a little bit closer to his base, and then the neutral relic right here is pretty much in the middle. Why did they choose a hideout version with boars on the outside of the wall? Boars and deer on the outside of the wall. Just to make the start a little bit more difficult, you know? Open the strategy a little bit. Make it so you need to execute better. It's not just like the easiest start in the world like most hideout versions. Do you want bread? What a weird question. Do I want... Sure. I want bread. Any other bread wanters? Who doesn't? Bread champ? Yeah. Total bread champ kind of guy. Bread champ is an underused emote for sure. Bread is best. Like Bread the band? Bread? There is a okay, so there's a band called Bread, right? And there's a lot of people who are big fans of Bread. I'm not really that big of a fan of Bread. I mean, they're okay. But their #1 cover band, oh my god, dude. Their #1 cover band is called Toast. Speaking of toast, Viper is he is just so livid with this Ibex probably right now. He just wants this Ibex to get under the TC, and it's been trolling him. He still has another one to push. He needs to scout the relics. He needs to do a lot of things right now, and unfortunately, the Ibex is not being his friend. He will eventually get it under the TC though. Just tuned in. Is Viper washed? Is Viper's legacy over? No, he's not washed. He still has a chance to come back here. If I were to make a bread cover band, what would you guys name yours? I would probably name mine like yeast. That's actually disgusting. Never mind. Rye? Loaf? You would call it loaf? Crumb? Croissant? Sourdough? Baguette? Meatloaf? Meatloaf? What? Ivik, you don't even understand the question, dude. Crust. Pumpernickel. Okay. Again, the Ibex trolling him. The crumbs is a good one. The crumbs is a good one. Whole grain. What about slice? I like slice. Oh my god. Oh my god, bros. Just die. Thank you. Holy, I feel the stress bubbling. I'm secondhand stressing about I'm secondhand stressing about this Ibex from Viper. Feudal H is coming in for both. I think it's slightly faster for Viper, and that actually might matter here. in the scout war, but Tato is already getting some decent scouting. Viper scouting. You can see what happened for him early. Goddamn Ibex. And his stupid friend, too. Is Viper still considered the GOAT? Yeah, someone will have to win everything for like straight for the next 3 years for Viper to not be the GOAT. And even then, people would argue that he is the GOAT. He is so far the GOAT, it's not even close. If you're having a discussion on best AoE 2 players of all time, the biggest gap is between Viper and whoever you consider number 2 is. Hera? Could be Hera. Could be Yo. Could be Doubt. All a matter of perspective and what you value more, right? You're looking at S tier results. Looking at team games. You're looking at 1v1. You're looking at earnings. You're looking at recency. You're looking at longevity. Like, what, we don't know. Longevity of Doubt is just insane. Yeah, but there weren't that many tournaments back then, right? One big tournament a year was a lot. Now we have like 7. Well, Viper is the only one who has not really had another profession. Doubt has only ever done this. Bruh. That's a weird argument to make. Doubt dropped out of high school so he could play Age of Empires 2. Doubt also played poker. Yep, he played poker for a while. All right, so Castle Age coming in for Viper. Burgundians against Slavs. Who do you favor? Late game matchup. Burgundians have the hand cannons to counter the infantry from Slavs. Slavs have the faster attacking cavalry. But Burgundians do have halberdiers. Burgundians. Slavs do not have bombard cannons, which is huge. Was high school invented when Doubt went pro? Shortly before, yeah. Yeah. Both players have gone for a stable here, and both players will be going for light cav, presumably. Husbandry comes in first for Viper, and the farms are coming up here from Tato. Heavy plow coming in. Viper has more res collected because he got the eco upgrades earlier, but Tato is farming faster than him. Doubt is big and Viper is bald. Okay, big hot takes there. Steaming hot takes from chatter. As Husbandry is not yet in, so Viper will get away with both of these scouts after killing one from Tato. Really, really nice job there. Also contesting on this side. Does see the spearman, so he's going to back away. Monk is already coming out from Viper. There's the third TC. And where is the monk from Tato? Tato has not gone for a monastery yet. So 3 TCs before Tato can get his third one placed. Husbandry in first. Light cav in first. It is cheaper for Burgundians to go for those upgrades. And the monk is out first for Viper as well. So he's a little bit faster in terms of getting all of his units on the field and his TCs up and running. Which civ do you prefer in this matchup? Burgundians. I think Slavs still have a lot left to prove. They've been okay, especially on enclosed. We saw them work on Land Madness too, but at the end of the day, they only got an additional 5% gather rate on farms, right? Burgundian still is who they are. Don't get it messed up. They still is who they is. Why does my phone always ring when I have it on silent? I put it on silent before the match and it's still ringing. Disgusting behavior. Someone wants to reach me. I'm not answering. Tato still only has 2 TCs. A lot of farms, though. A lot of farms. Still only 2 TCs. Viper has 1 relic. Remember, they generate gold and food. We can see he's only got... Well, he's got 3 monks. Where are the other ones? I see 1 there. Ooh, he's being sneaky. He's hiding. Does Tato know where this relic is? He does. Shh. Shh. Guys, we can't disturb him. He's hugging the edge of the map. Tato doesn't know. Classic Viper. Tato's point of view. Right along the edge, brother. Oh, he's coming in. Right. He got it. No! Get it in! Put it in the monastery! Go! Yes! Oh my god, that was close, dude. That was close. Oh my god. 3 monks going down over here, by the way, as that was happening. But at least he got the relic. He got it. He got it. He absolutely got it. Tato now getting bloodlines. Still 3 TCs, but a ton of farms. 30 farms for him. Slav farming. He's going for more light cav, and this is going to be the strat, I guess. It's just going to be Omega light cav spam for Tato. Viper still has 11, but don't be alarmed if we see Tato with like 30 light cav soon. Final wood upgrade coming in for Viper. It's just going to be light cav city for Tato with this food eco. It will be insane. He's probably going to get that +2 armor as well. The eco will be better overall for Viper, but the food will be flying in for Tato. And if Tato has a ton of light cav, Viper might be able to win the fights near his base, but he won't really be able to expand. Is Hideout just arena for introverts? No. Arena is just Hideout for weirdos. What happened? Oh, he deleted his lumber camp. They was getting the wood upgrade. I do that all the time. I do that consistently. You click the wood upgrade in the first summer camp you made, and then you delete it. I do that. I feel you, Viper. I do that so often, dude. And now he's going to have to wait because that upgrade takes like a minute and a half. More stables here for Viper. Cavalier! What are we seeing? Cavalier in Castle Age because he sees how many light cav Tato's going to go for. Maybe he was thinking about this strategy as well. They both said that it's hard to play against another GL player because they know what you're going to do. And you've practiced against them and you've talked with them about the map and about the civs. Good quick walls here from Viper. And Viper thinking about walling this stuff in. Why are we deleting this wall, dude? He thought about trapping this. And he just lets him in. Is this... How much are you paying him? Not enough. Cavalier now coming in to deal with the light cav. Quick wall is forced out from Viper. This is a distraction he did not need. This is one he made for himself. Meanwhile, behind this, Tato Slav farming, just going crazy mode. 20 light cav right now. Plus 2 armor is in. Viper is still significantly ahead on Vils, but he didn't have loom! No loom! 10 villagers killed from one deleted wall. I think he wanted to trap, guys. I think he wanted to trap that army in, and it's just a classic example of Viper just getting too cute. He was just too cute. Yo would have never gone for that trap. Don't ayaya that, okay? He's just, listen, he's just being cute. Oh, no. Oh, my God. I just had a vision of that castle foundation being denied by a random ram that Tato was sending forward. Tato now shifting into pikemen. Now that he sees the Cavalier from Viper. Viper going for a castle behind here. He's got to get his food eco back under control. Tato's food eco is insane with Slavs. Total res collected in favor of Tato right now. And there's still a relic over here that Tato is likely going to take. And Viper sees the relic. He doesn't want the monk to get the relic. It's probably why he's diving in. Normally he would have run away from that conversion, but he does not want this monk to take the relic long term. Cavalier can be added in. More farms for Viper. More Cavalier on the way. Still ahead on economy and eco upgrades. But Tato has an insane amount of map control right now. Would love to see Tato come up here and wall this off too. Or maybe make some random stables over here just to control that. That would be really, really nice. Get a good idea of how these farms are collecting. We can look at the total food value on the farms that I've selected and see how fast it's disappearing. It's quite quick right now. And then for a comparison, we'll see Vipers as well. A little bit slower. There's the walls from Tato. However, Viper thinking about it at the same time. He's coming out here with Cavalier. Will likely find this villager if he notices it. Ugh. He does see it. Of course he does. He's Viper. And he's going to find some good villager kills over here. So Tato's going to be a little bit distracted at the back. Viper has managed to contain the damage with this castle, getting that first armor upgrade for the Cavalier. And if he ever does get to Imperial Age and he's got a big old army of Cavalier, that's like an instant Paladin upgrade. That's massive, right? Assuming Tato isn't an imp with Halb himself yet. And at the moment, Tato looks like he's going to be clicking up to imp first. Wow, dude. Tato is going crazy mode today. Really impressive stuff. Viper's still with the Vil lead, but he doesn't have more res collected. Exactly mirrored on that count. Tato's about to click up. Viper's thinking about it as well. Not queuing any more Cavalier. Trying to go for the conversions. Getting a castle up over here, so he has stone and he has gold to access, and he's going for more barracks. Rams from Tato working away. He's on the way to Imperial Age with a forward castle here. Has the pikemen. Just pushing in. He just doesn't care. It might end up being a pretty bad fight for him, though. Or it might not. Viper's losing a lot of Cavalier. Second armor upgrade not being in is huge. And almost the entire Cavalier army from Viper goes down there, surprisingly. Tato does lose his force as well, but it buys him time to put up this castle. And he might be thinking about another castle somewhere around here, too. Also, he's going to get the walls up, likely, on this side. Sending a lot more Vils. Viper at 116 population. 2 relics for Viper. Still a relic available over here. I wouldn't be surprised if Viper manages to sneak a monk out for that. He can still see it there. He hugs the edge of this. He might get it while Tato's distracted. Who knows? Still a here from Viper. Imperial Age is on the way, but Tato's so much faster. And Halba's going to be a killer for sure, if he can afford it. 27 pikemen right now. I mean, less now because Viper takes an incredible fight up on that hill with the castle to support. The tenants. Castles will now cost less stone, but they will also cost wood for Tato. And he's actually kind of short on wood right now. Also, Halberdier on the way. Squire's on the way. Handcart on the way. Viper's just trying to find solutions for Tato right now. It's tough, man. Tato has all the initiative in all of these games. He's been the one pressuring. Viper has been on the back foot trying to defend every single game so far. Just beautiful Age of Empires. What do Slavs do against Halb Hanneken? About to find out. Murder holes from Viper. Murder holes. Beware of falling rocks. He's worried about Tato just diving underneath his TCs. Meanwhile, where is the relic? The relic is making its way back. Viper's like, no. I saw that disappear. Where are you? He's a speedy monk. He's very quick. And Viper won't be able to stop that. Stone walls coming up in front of this Treb. They're not going to be in time. That knight can come through, but Viper does have murder holes here, so if this army comes in, should find some value. Could garrison the pikemen in here, ungarrison them on the other side. That's exactly what he does, and he might even manage to save the Treb as chemistry is incoming for Viper. He's also working away on this castle with another Treb, and he saves it. Beautiful play there from Viper. Tato's still trying to push, but now he's in a position where he needs to repair 2 castles. And he's running out of stone. Also has to be worried about this. The monk did deposit the relic, and Viper was definitely looking for that relic. That's funny, man. This castle's going to go down. That opens up this gold once again for Viper. Now has the ability to make hand cannons and bombard cannons. He still has the gold up here. Still has the stones up here. 26 on stone for him. 0 on stone for Tato. 1 castle dead soon. Another one is about to follow, especially once these Trebs move up. And we're getting to that stage of the game where we're thinking, what can Slavs do against Burgundians? Viper seems to have held here. The walls in front were such a beautiful touch. Infantry armor coming in. Masonry coming in. Tato forced to buy all of his stone. It's now coming out here for stone, but it's not going to be in time. This castle will die. Bombard cannon. 4 Trebs. Castle will go down. Viper has enough stone to repair. Once the castle goes down, he can kind of dive for these trebuchets. Also has a bomber cannon to work away on the Trebs. Which he's doing right now. Castle goes down. Tato is no host. Not for long, though. He's going to lose quite a few halberdiers here. Drazina is not in for Tato, I believe. And the Trebs go down and the castle survives. Viper hitting all of his Treb shots. Unbelievable. Burgundian Vineyards on the way. Barracks. Stables. Feels like it's going to be a long, drawn-out game. We're going to have Halbs, potentially with Drazina. Hussars. Siege. Maybe some auditors or something from Tato, potentially. Champions could be a good addition if the hand cannon number aren't that large, or isn't that large. But yeah. Viper should be in a fairly good position now for a slow push to end the game. Best response to hand cannon would not be champs, I think. It'd be scorpions, onagers. That is the onager siege workshop. And Viper is too preoccupied. He's just simply going to push forward. Heavy scorpion. Damn, dude. Really cooking now. Burgundians can go just more bombard cannons to deal with that. Onagers are really good against that too. And Viper will see this queued up with something, so he knows it's either onager or scorpion, essentially. I don't think you make rams in this position as Tato, and Viper's now trying to save his trebs. He's trying to save his trebs against this army of hussar. He's building himself a little pen to sit in, and he's found one tile gap to weasel his way out of this. Beautiful job there from Viper. He's going to try and make the push happen with multiple production buildings with the trebs behind. Still doesn't have many bombard cannons here, and Tato is keeping his army behind here to try and snipe the siege, or maybe villagers following up. Beautiful, beautiful job. Architecture, armor, bracer. All right, folks, get settled in. It begins. Does Viper have vineyards? Yes, it does. Yes, he does. Scorpions are going to be pretty brutal. These hussar behind are also brutal, and I don't think those trebs are going to stay alive for very long. Positioning is really good so far from Viper, though. You see he splits his halbs. Half of them go back to deal with this stuff. Half of them deal with the hussars over here, and all 4 trebs are still alive. How long does he keep these alive? Can he save the trebs? Dude! 4 trebs, all alive. They were surrounded by cavalry. They had scorpions behind, halberdiers pushing in. He saves all 4 trebuchets. Amazing control there from Viper. Insane. How to kill the scorps, though? I mean, bomber cannons, onagers. The question, all the questions are on Tato right now, and look at this, he's cut through the middle. He has cut through the middle. Tato is coming in with hussar. Big moments here as Viper needs to respond to this. Was wondering what the onager tech was for. We didn't see any on the other side. Did not see any on the other side. There was a cut for anyone that had an F there. There was a cut. The hussars came through, killed a few villagers, but overall, seems like Viper's managed to stabilize. Meanwhile, on the other side, scorpions are being somewhat dealt with by the bomber cannons and the halberdiers. Viper just needs to stabilize over here. Could that hole backfire? Yes. Yes, it could. Is it going to? We don't know yet. Ooh. Tato at some point is going to get up to like 65, 70 bills on farms most likely, and it's going to be disgusting, the food income coming in. I don't think that hole was a good idea. Yeah, we don't know, right? Tato tried to mix it up, right? He was pushing back here with scorpions. He didn't make a single onager on this side. And he came in with a ton of hussars. Unfortunately for him, Viper was just ready for it, it seems like. And yeah, these scorpions are... This is why you don't make scorpions, generally. A couple units can counter the entire mass. Even if he pushes through the choke point here, Viper gets like 1 bomber cannon and... Boop. Also, 4 trebuchets making their way over towards this castle. Here from Tato. I think he can range this castle from over here. Maybe not. No. Just out of range there. He can range this one. Viper's food count seems okay. Yep. And he's got Burgundian Vineyards too. Gate from both players. Unfortunate castle placement there from Tato. Viper now coming in with Hussar of his own. Viper should go for walls over here. Like stone walls with a gate. Really should. Drazina makes things ugly, and Viper sniping the trebs with his bombard cannons. Does have halbs over here. They're not really in position though, so Tato should be able to take out that bomber cannon, but the castle goes down. And the raid's being countered a little bit over on this side. Ah, nice. Some berries. I think that's actually worse than farming at this point. Like, that's just bad, right? You have the wood. Your farms are generating gold, and they collect food faster than the berries. I can hear scorpions. Can always hear them on that side. In that corner. It's a lot of scorpions doing a whole lot of nothing over here. 16 scorpions. Not really benefiting Tato at all. Working away on buildings, which they kill very slowly. And the trebs are pushing up to the middle. And I think Tato already regrets cutting the hole. I think he definitely regrets cutting the hole. Also, Viper, please, for the love of God, clear up these production buildings back here. They've been here. One ram. Some bombard cannons or something. There we go. Hussars are going to be into the wood line if Viper clicks them back here. Be pretty rough. Bomber cannons trying to snipe the onagers. Onagers trying to snipe the halberdiers. And the halberdiers trying to protect the bomber cannons from harm, but does end up going down. Good snipe there from Tato. Needs to be careful with these onagers. Meanwhile, okay, Rams are here to back it up. All the production buildings are dying. Viper's focusing most of his efforts onto pushing through the center here. Does have some Hussar in the back raiding, and this could really hurt Tato if he doesn't realize it's happening. He could look back here and see 15 dead villagers. And now he's pushing out. Pretty deadly army over on this side, but Viper with a castle with some bombard cannons over in this area maybe could be able to defend. He's got 4 bombard cannons here, 2 more on the way. Still 3 trebuchets pushing. Onagers die. Hussars come in to kill more villagers. And Tato definitely regrets cutting this hole. Definitely. Oh, God. Yikes. This guy's 8 kills. Make it 9. Meanwhile, okay, maybe it's time to pay attention over here. Maybe it's time to pay a little attention to this push. Six bombard cannons. Oof. Nice snipe there from Viper on the onager. Deal with the rams, and this push is no threat at all. The scorpions can just batter themselves against that castle all day. They won't do anything. But the rams keep coming. As Tato continues to try and snipe down these bomber cannons, he's lost another castle. Viper sees the onagers, and he's gonna try and snipe this one. Doesn't get it. Continues to kill rams here as he pushes forward with the bomber cannons to try and kill the scorpions. And yeah, he's going to deal with this push fine. But over on the other side, Tato takes out another treb. Has taken out, I think, 2 bomber cannons here and 2 trebs. And might kill another one. No. Vipers see those onagers. You can see that one. Bop. Viper. Bob. Viper. Viper's coming. He just shoots it with one. Extremely casual. Oh. Oh, man. Oh, Tato. That is not good for you. Only 34 on food. I know the slab farming is great. It's not that good. And Scorpions still being killed. This castle that just went up, by the way, is 29 kills. And Cavalier is still raiding. Hussar is still raiding. Castle attempt probably will be denied here unless those halberdiers can get over here real quick. And it's just more and more units pushed in here from Viper. He did clear the walls with the Treb. That's how he's getting in so easily. Halberdiers take out one onager. Scorpion. That's two. That's three. And that's four. Damn, dude. Not what you want to see. Both players just trying to recover their populations back up to max. Viper in the back here. Hand cannons, hussars. What an excellent recovery from that early pressure, the early position that Tato had on Viper's base. It looked like Tato was going to steamroll forward, but we knew Burgundians had all the answers to Slavs in the late game. That's exactly what happened. A good recovery from Viper. He takes the game back, and it was not an easy one, that's for sure. Oh my god. What a strategy there from Tato. To go 2 TC, heavy light cap production, add in that third one a little bit later, and then just spam stables and pikemen and light cav and come forward for castles. It was his attempt to nuke the Burgundians before they got their final Imperial composition. But Viper, pretty solid defense. You have to wonder how much better it would have been if he didn't delete the wall and open it up for Tato. But, like, you know, is what it is. Mistakes happen. Not even GG call? I'm sure they call GG, dude. This doesn't show up on Capture Age. Any of the chat after the game doesn't show up on Capture Age. Res collected a little bit more for Viper. Surprisingly more gold here for Tato, but he did have an additional relic, even with Burgundian Vineyards in there. Yep, they called GG. And you know it was legit because Viper's GG even got censored out. Viper's GG got censored out by AoE 2, man. Classic. Classic. No sportsmanship allowed here. No, sir. Why? Because the profanity filter on this game is the worst one ever designed. There's no consistency whatsoever, dude. It doesn't know what it's filtering out. It's extremely confused. It's a troubled filter. All right. Loss for Tato on Hideout. Very typical for Viper to pick one of his opponent's home maps too. Very, very typical. Viper likes to keep his home maps in reserve. And also on Hideout, I think that's a good map to determine what civs Tato is using elsewhere, right? Is he going to go for Vietnamese on Hideout? Was it going to be Slavs? Was it going to be Spanish? Questions around all of those, right? So eliminating some civs from the pool for the next maps, potentially. His was always fairly straightforward. He was going to pick Burgundians, so there wasn't much confusion there on Tato's end, I don't think. Small break for both. I think they need it, dude. Bro, we've had some pretty intense games today. Pretty intense games. All right, let's see. Let's see. What can we put on? What can we put on? Hmm. Africa? Do you think you overuse the word bro? Oh, yeah, definitely. And dude as well. 100%. There's no small break. What are you talking about? There's no small. They're back in here. What are you talking about? Small break. They're literally back in the game. He meant a very small. Oh, okay. Very small break. Awesome. Well, game 4. Here we go. Italians, Byzantines. Ooh. Ooh, dude. Let's see what Viper can cook up with the Italians here, because he's gone on the record saying that it's a very tough Civ matchup for Italians against Byzantines. Very, very tough. Like, we saw it on full display. Leary against Hera. Leary was in a better position. He limited Hera to the very corner of the island, basically like this much space. He was faster to imp. He had kind of pseudo water control. He had more eco, and Hera still managed to win because the Byzantine tech tree is disgusting compared to the Italians. Needs to do something messy early? Maybe. I mean, Viper knows that late game he's going to struggle, right? So Viper will take that information, and he's going to try and apply some sort of counter strategy to what we've seen before in this Civ matchup. Maybe something to put the Byzantines further behind so we can get to Imperial Age 2 or 3 minutes faster this time. Maybe some sort of early feudal pressure. Who knows? Don't get why Drummond's don't require chemistry. Because they're firing rocks from a mangonel. Who's streaming this on YouTube? Probably all the Latin American guys, and Mem is also doing it as well, Debbie. He simulcasts on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. VN Style, thank you for the prime. Thanks for all the follows, guys. So many follows recently. Rocks are made of chemicals, though. You got me. You got me, dude. I got. Yeah, absolutely got me with that one. Thanks. But can Italians also fire rocks from a mangonel in a broader sense? Okay. The deer are not trolling Viper this time around. Let's take a look at the strategies. Not really that fast of an uptime for either player. Right, if we see the super quick uptime with the forward dock strat and the transport ships and whatnot, usually we watch them go up when they only have 1 or 2 fishing ships. Both players already with 3, have 2 in the queue. Viper kind of heavily on food here. Should be able to click up soon. I don't know if it's going to be an FC approach from him or not. All right, Chemical. See you later, dude. Thank you for the gifted subs today. Thanks for always being around. We'll see you in a bit, all right? What is this map, Jen? It's migration, man. Migration. You got the arrow pointing this way. What is over here? That's a nice corner. It's pointing me towards a good corner. You as a Canadian, how do you pronounce to assume? To assume? That is also a good corner. Crouching tiger, hidden fish. That's just majestic, though. What if you sailed a ship through there? Think about it. 50 seconds ahead for Viper. Boat stream when? I'm gonna drop an insane cover of boats and hoes. You just wait, dude. It's in the works. Just wait. You'd break something probably in sync? I've spent a lot of time in boats, dude. Not on the ocean, really. I've only been on the boats in the ocean maybe like 3 or 4 times in my life. But in lakes, I've spent a lot of time in boats. I'm Canadian, dude. We spend a lot of time in boats. Alright. Fire Galley's coming out from Viper. He's going to be able to click up to Castle Age shortly. Though he did have to invest in the wood upgrade and still needs wood for a mill, a market, and a blacksmith. Remember, he needs that mill. North corner when? We already looked at the north corner. Fun fact, Dave is actually a boat. True. I can be a flotation device as well. Do you feel Manaspa or Latest is OP? Well, Manaspa is unintentionally OP right now. Latest has always been OP. The only reason we don't see more Latest is because Lithuanians have always been a solid save regardless. On like any type of map. Especially on hybrid maps. So they always, it was easier to go into other options than Latest. Alright. Fire Galley coming around. The first of its kind. However, Tata will have Fire Galleys in defense. Just on time. And Viper, it's getting Loom right now. Should be able to click up the Castle Age shortly. Tata will be following him. Probably a few seconds later. And Viper, ooh, being sneaky. Hang on a second. Hang on a sec. Oh. Fascinating gameplay. Great job from Tato. Massive clear up there. And Viper's going to transport over 3 villagers this time. We've seen 1. We've seen 2. We've seen 4. Not sure we've seen 3 yet. And he'll get there a little bit ahead of schedule. Now selling food and buying wood so he can afford that barracks. I don't know about the food sellage there. I guess you still have 9 fishing ships, right? Also, moving a fire galley around this way, but he's going to come up against 2 fire galleys from Tato. And just passing. Viper knows they're there. He will keep his fire galley around. And then bring it back and probably wait for the upgrade because he knows he's likely faster than Tato. Also making it stable here as Tato sends 3 villagers as well. Uh-huh. And he knows Tato is on the middle island now because he sees the scout. Remember, Byzantine fires are better. Viper needs to be careful with these fights. Some good damage to start things off, though. And he just sends back the water buffalo. No, dude, stop! Tato knows how important the transport ships can be. Viper loses the transport ship. Can't bring those water buffalo back. And they died along with that transport. No one will ever harvest those buffalo. Meanwhile, TC coming up here from Viper. But there's a stable there from Tato. Does Tato have loom? He does. Scouts are already coming out from Viper. Engaging in the villager wars. The monk is already on the way. And Tato does not have a stable yet. This is the stable he needs to produce the scouts. Or the knights he needs. And Viper is denying it. Stable has gone up, but Viper is blocking the villas. Tato might be able to quick wall some of those in. There's a spearman involved now too. 1 villager goes down. Spearman kind of being blocked off, and the scouts are still chasing these villas. They are low HP. This actually matters quite a bit here, folks. Viper will get the TC down right beside the stable. Don't just leave it there. Wall them in. There's a stable. What? Please. Thank you. Sometimes you just have to ask nicely, you know? Fires versus fires on the side. 9 fishing ships for Viper, 10 fishing ships for Tato. And Light Cav is coming in now for Tato. TC's gonna go up. And the Spearman is guarding the monk. He's definitely clicked guard for that monk. You see how he stops? Follows after again? He's just doing his job, you know? Gotta work the 9 to 5, get the paycheck in. He's like, what's his fuck from Taken? Why can't I remember his name, the actor's name? Nice split there from Tato. He knows the monk is over there. Oh. Liam Neeson. Sorry. I was thinking Leslie Nielsen. And I'm like, this dude is definitely not Leslie Nielsen. This is more Liam Neeson than Leslie Nielsen. Don't laugh at Leslie, dude. He's a goddamn Canadian icon. Liam Nielsen? It might be Liam Nielsen. We don't know. Fires pushing each other back on this side. TC now going up for Tato in the middle island. Leslie is a goated name? Yep. Leslie Nielsen is one of the funniest comedians ever, I think. Such good physical comedy from that guy. Ooh, okay. You're not going anywhere, my man. Good stuff from Viper there. And the scout is faster, so we'll get that kill on the light cav. Beautiful gates. Meanwhile, over here, fighting up against Byzantine fires, it is a problem. Viper is going to have to do something to save his fish. Tato still has 10 fishing ships alive. So he's really been getting value here from keeping them there. There is a dock up here from Tato. The dock foundation, rather. And he's heading out now. As Viper tries to look for these monks. He's going to find one, but Tato can quick wall as well. And Tato is going to try and trap this scout. Okay. He saw the scout from the other side. He deleted the house so he could build a gate here and block this because he knew he would kill this scout from the right. Wow, that's very complicated quick wall there for Tato, but he put the pieces together. Viper has not been queuing up demos. You need to make demos versus Byzantines. Well, I mean, he has kept the fires away from his fish, right? And he's actually working his way towards a castle. The stable is here from Tato. And the siege is out. But maybe Viper can get a castle in time to defend himself. Doesn't look like it, though. Remember that Tato has town patrol, right? So he sees all these villagers coming over here. He knows there's something going on. And he can track all of the economy in the center here from Viper. So far, it's a really good start for Tato. And Viper's still being pushed back on the water. No surprise there. Nice quick walls. Might get a light cav. He will get a light cav at this rate. You got to delete that thing. Yep, he hung around too long. Viper almost has enough stone for a castle. Is he on stone at home? He is. Nice, beautiful. Could also go for a forward dock if he wants to. Although Tato can see most of those areas. Forward dock with like 2 fires to clear up the fish could be huge. Still trying to protect his own fish. Not really happening, right? Those fires are super weak from before. Also another fire ship over here. And look at this. Tato going for a transport ship. Loading up the light cab and the knights. Going to put them right on Viper's Island. Yikes. Oh, does Viper see this? No, he doesn't. Not in there on time. Not in there on time. Light Cav, Knight coming in. The castle is going up from Viper, and the dock is going forward. Just like we thought. And now he sees all this stuff, and he's going to have to try and protect himself with a monastery here, but the Light Cav are going to make that really difficult. However, he might be able to bait Tato back into the TC fire, because I don't think Tato's going to be paying a ton of attention to this stuff. Viper also has a mangonel of his own as he goes for another transport. Oh, Tato, you just gave my dude an idea for something mischievous. You just gave him an idea for something that is just downright maniacal. Why no forward castle? Because there's a siege here, dude. Forward castle is a good way to lose the game. Speaking of siege, burp. Tato with mangonels on Viper's Island. Viper now with a knight on Tato's Island. And Viper even might send mangonels of his own, or maybe monks too. How do you transport a mangonel in the ship? I'm not certain about the logistics of the whole thing. Redemption is coming in for Viper. Tato realizes that there was some transport ship shenanigans going on. Light Cav and a mangonel now coming over. Limited amount of time for Viper to get over here, though, because the fires are back. We look at the economies right now, still much better for Tato. Way more on food. Still pushing this. Tato gets one mangonel converted. He's going to get a second one converted here. Ooh, never mind. Viper pops out on the other side. Surely he gets a conversion. He doesn't. That TC's not going to have enough HP soon. Ooh, this is rough. Viper calls the GG. What a nice landing here from Tato. Just a few units, 3 mangonels he wasn't using now that the castle was up. The cavalry over here, and once that town center goes down, everything dies back here. The landing over here not making anything happen. Viper knows he hasn't killed the fish from Tato. And he knows he's not going to win in the late game with this civ. So, well done from Tato. Viper now has to win 3 games in a row. Yikes. Tato's doing so well recently. Yeah, look at the res collected. Way better eco there for Tato. He can still do it, dude. It's still Viper. But Tato is playing at a crazy level. Byzantines is an excellent civilization to have there. We also have to keep in mind that 2 of these maps are Viper's home map moving forward. Tato only has 1 home map left. Let's see. Italians lost. Byzantines win. They're still in the game room here. And let's take a short break. Thanks for being here, everyone. Thank you for the follows. Appreciate it. Play an ad now so we don't get one in the middle of the game. Probably a good idea, right? Sorry for anyone seeing the ads. But it's better we have it now than in the middle. Yep. 1 minute left until we're in. It's going to be border dispute. Incas against Dravidians. He's got Dravidians, folks. It's not over.
Fuck you all. Your lives are so sad. I get a charity tax break just for hanging out with you.
Dave Eyes.
Have you ever fought a turtle? No, but I'm not afraid to. I'd fuck that turtle up, dude. Yo, Bookwood, thank you for the 2 months, dude. Appreciate it. Welcome back. Giant tortoise? I've heard giant tortoises taste delicious. So, I'd beat it up, I'd eat it, and then I'd eat its family too. Respect. And I'd eat its little tortoise girlfriend too.
Tax break just for hanging out with you.
My turtle escaped. Not from ye.
No, actually, they're like an endangered. Like many of the giant tortoises are endangered species, and they need protection, and they're very old. But I've heard they taste delicious. All right, welcome into border dispute. We got 4 boars in the center, and yes, that joke has been made before. Before you think you're incredibly clever. And both players are going to want to get these boars in. Tato is playing as the Incas here. Viper is playing as the Dravidians. He's going to shoot 1 boar, and then he's going to keep this boar near his TC. Every time it goes back, he'll shoot it with a villager. Or not. I think Viper has found a way to permanently stall out. Because we saw this the other day with him, or with someone else. It found a way to permanently stall out the boars so that they never go back. Okay, dude. NLP Jotter, you're so comfortable here that it's making other people uncomfortable. You're entirely too comfortable here. Hera did it yesterday. Someone did it yesterday, yeah. I think there's a way to force it to never go back. I think it has to do with shooting boar with the TC. It might. Yeah, it just might. So, barracks coming up from Tato. Viper. I thought there was thunder. I think my neighbors are rolling a fridge around in the upstairs. God. Yeah, they're rolling. Dude, they're bowling up there. What is going on? Oh my God. Detour, thank you for the 5 gifted. It's clearly stuck. Yeah, it's very stuck. And he's taking the deer too. He's not even taking that boar. He's saving it for later. Anyway, Viper's gone for the dock here with Dravidians. They carry more food from these fish, which makes them a little bit more efficient. And the dock gives you population space, which is fantastic. So it's like it costs only 125 wood for this dock, and you can collect food to it. It's going to give him a nice little boost. You can see he's already on the way to the Feudal Age with Loom, so we have to check that now. And Tato is going up with 19 population, and here come the militia from him. Viper scouting the wood line. Barracks is almost complete. And they're getting real comfortable on this fish. There we go. He's already collected. Oh! 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 There ain't no way Tato came forward and stole that boar, bro. There ain't no... Viper's trying to stall it out desperately. He's like, I want that. Dude. Tato punishing Viper for being too cute once again. The cuteness is over the top. And Viper loses that boar that he's been saving. And Tato will have another boar. Absolutely disgusting moment there from Tato to realize the boar was just stalled out on the front side. Viper unable to stall it out with his buildings and force it to come back. And Tato able to steal. Beautiful. I think that was greedy. He should not have stalled it so far. I don't think you can choose where you stall it. I don't know what the exact trick is, but I don't know if you can choose. I think he should have just taken it earlier. But it is what it is. Tato has taken his boar. Maybe that makes the snake mad. Who knows? Men-at-Arms coming in. And is there going to be an overchop here for Tato? It's close, but it's not too close. It's close, but it's still far. Sometimes, when something is far, it is closer than it appears. Sometimes the tree must be felled in order for the path to be revealed. Archer here from Viper, defending. Men-at-Arms. Also examining trees. Sometimes the tree that appears close is actually deceptively far. Demo. Boom! 3 villagers dead. Viper. Did he know about the... He didn't know about the dock. But he's playing against Tato. He should know there's something going on as Tato queues up another demolition raft. I've been talking about this map all the time. If you have a dock there, you got to have demos coming out. Viper is coming in here with the archers. We're speeding up a little bit to get to live time. He's trying to get some damage done. And he also has the men-at-arms still alive from the other side. Maybe if he can block these villagers, it's going to be a nice little traffic jam here. Viper takes one. Can he recoup his losses from those villagers in the center? He doesn't opt to go after the villagers. He went after the archers instead because he knows if Tato doesn't have archer numbers, there's no way he can defend against that. Tato also, it looks like, got another villager behind somewhere. He's got 4 kills now on villagers. Viper only has 1, and Viper takes out another archer. So these guys are... These villagers are in a very exposed position, and they're walled off. They're walled off, and the tree that was close is still far, as Tato needs to abandon this spot. We have 4 villager kills for Viper. For Tato, it's 3 for Viper, so it's actually fairly close still. It's actually fairly close. As Viper has gotten a lot of good engagements against this military. You can see he's still trying to clear up the archers, right? He realizes if he has a dominant archer mass, it won't matter how many villas he lost earlier. He can just snowball against Tato. Still trying to clear up this stuff. Tato's hiding where both of those groups of units are patrolling, right in the middle. And the archers from Viper will need to loop around this way. Maybe some weak villagers left over from Tato. Not really. Some on the berries here, and he goes for a tower. Kind of needs it. This army back here... Viper thought that it left. And it didn't leave. Okay. 2.5 minutes vital TC time for Tato as well. Haven't been paying attention to it, but it makes sense. His Feudal was stalled out for a very long time. He was trying to afford skirms, right? Had to go for the men-at-arms. Not able to produce villagers, and we look at the villager count right now. Viper is ahead despite losing more. So Viper still a more solid eco, and he's spotted the men-at-arms. He's going to try and clear it up with this archer at the back. Tato looping around with 1 archer and 3 skirms. Not really the most deadly army, but if it meets up with these 3 guys, can do some damage. However, Viper's army is far more threatening with 6 archers here at the back of Tato's base. Boar der dispute, yeah. Yeah, man, that's no one no one's ever made that joke before. Ever. Man's a goddamn pioneer. Viper now pushing this back with villagers. That woman is weak. She's dead. And, well, archers are dead here from Tato. Most of them anyway. Skirmishers could follow this up. He did get the armor for his skirms. But 1 skirm versus 5 is not a recipe for success usually. And still has some units back here to clear this up. Viper's eco looking really solid to click up to Castle Age soon. Tato's eco not looking the greatest. And look at Viper saving these units, dude. 46 HP out of 150. Please don't tell me there's like a wolf or something on this. Is there any... Oh, Boris. He's waiting. He's hungry. He is so hungry. That's like 3 dead units right away. Keep coming. Castle Age on the way. More archers being produced from Viper. A surprisingly comfortable position, given the start to Feudal Age there. A very comfortable spot for Viper. Now, he's probably going to think that he's significantly behind in villager count because he lost 5 and he only killed 3. And he doesn't know about the idle TC time from Tato. But then again, he did get a pretty good look at all the areas of Tato's eco, so maybe he knows. Tato will be going for a market. He will simply buy his way up to the next age, but once again, he's housed, so more idle TC time just creeping in there. And classic Viper moment, garrisons the archers, doesn't need to do anything with them at the moment. He's going to heal them up inside the TC. Very slowly, but surely, healing them up inside there. I want 7 games, I want 7 games, I want 7 games. Is that some sort of like ritual or something? Like you look in the mirror at midnight and just repeat that 3 times? You people are so comfortable here. It's disgusting. Archer armor on the way for Viper. Crossbow, Bodkin. Maybe University for him too. Does he go University or TCs? That's the question. Taking a fight over here, and Tato's trying to get as much value as he can before those Castle Age upgrades come in, because he knows this army is likely dead. Now he's going to try and buy himself time by sending this army to the back. Viper's only going to allocate 4 archers over here, soon to be crossbows, to stop this, and he goes for a TC. Sends the rest of them forward. Does Viper know about this tower? I think he does, right? Yep. And he'll go all the way around, and Tato can't see this. Leafs fans won't say that. Shut up! Oh my god. What? What are these guys doing out here? What on earth? Tato actually finds value with this army? 2 villagers going down with some food in their arms. And will Viper find value with his? He's forcing a lot of idle time. He's killing farms, which is massive here. We look at the food eco from Tato. Does it even exist? I guess he's got a market, so it kind of does. He can buy himself some food. What, like, oh my god. He's up here. And Viper's in a situation where, like, he can't kill eco because there's no eco to kill. What is this economy? It isn't. It's eagles, my friend. They're all jostling for position on this farm, and the eagles are coming in on this side. Viper has some... Viper's got some crossbows here. And he's going for the quick walls. We speed up a little bit. We just had to watch that instant replay there. The eagles are trying to come in for the crossbows, not working. Viper still... Where is the eco? We don't know. Right? If I were one of these crossbows, I'd be fairly confused. Because he's got full vision. Just can't see anything. And who's gonna guess that Tato is up here in fucking Narnia? The Northern Kingdom's up here. Just doing his thing. This is why I don't use small trees mod. I don't think small trees is gonna stop. Oh, he came under. He came under the tower. 2 villagers dead. Another one maybe following. Yep. More farms to deny on this side. Mangonel from Tata will be a concern for Viper. Will be a concern for Viper, and Expos are going to go down on this side. 46 villagers for him. 36 villagers for Tato. These guys are working away on the farms over here. And Viper, well, this might just be the hero that we need. If you're a Viper fan, if you want more games here, this skirmisher might just be the hero that you need. Followed closely after by Boris. Running in extreme slow motion. Passing the villagers. Viper will spot this. And he'll see that TC. And that's great vision there. On this side, Viper targeting the farm. Will manage to take it out. Shift his focus over to the Eagles, and he's going to find the Siege Workshop forward here from Tato. He's gone for a Mangonel of his own as Tato tries to pressure this. Tato's entire eco right now, it feels like it's just the market, right? 0 on wood, 4 on food, 17 on gold. And once again, Viper getting a little bit cute with that Mangonel. Can't get redemption with Dravidians, but his siege is cheaper. And he's sending crossbows up here. He knows it's here. He knows it's here. Did the Eagles find this is the question. He saw the Eagles, but he didn't want to aggro them. He wants to show up on this eco with crossbows and try and snipe vills before Tato realizes he's there. Also has crossbows over here still. And I think you've got enough crossbows that maybe you can consider diving under that tower again. They are weak, so maybe not. And he's attacking the town center up on that side. Good outpost there from Tato. Always want an outpost if you're Mangonel pushing. And Viper is going to find the wood line again. Tato will need to try and save these. If Viper's paying attention, it's not happening, but it doesn't look like he's really paying attention. He's got too many things to pay attention to. Maybe Viper's turn to make a market at some point, and there it is. However, Eagles are coming in. Eagles are passing by. Tato's now on stone. 59 villagers against 43, but it feels like a situation where if Tato gets a really good castle, he could maybe make things really, really messy for Viper. Viper will go for another TC back here. That's excellent. Diversify your eco as much as possible. Try and force it away from a situation where if Tato goes for an all-in and a castle in a nice position, you just lose right away. Three on food. He's got a market. It's fine. Tower here from Tato to secure the gold. Finally, he can get more gold access because he's almost out of this one. And now he continues buying wood and buying food. He's buying food for 153 gold now. I don't think Viper's killed a mangonel from Tato yet. It's been a pretty rough defense over here. Oof. 3 light cab would win Viper the game. This could win Viper the game. Nice raids over on the stone. Tato can't really afford to lose any more villagers, man. Especially off the stone. Like, that was his chance, right? YOLO castle drop or something like that. With the mangonels to back it up. Viper now being attacked up here by the scorpion. He notices in time, pulls away. Tato will go for another TC out here. Just try and delay the inevitable as long as possible. Try and find an opening. However, Viper's been 3TC now for a while. And he has 69 villagers. It's looking like a pretty solid eco. And if this mangonel loops all the way up to this TC, I don't think there's much that Tato can do. I'd love to see it just continue that way. I don't think you need it attacking over here. Like, if it comes over here and you still have the crossbows to guard it, really rough spot for Tato, right? Another mangonel in defense from Viper. Also, 2 more mangonels over here. Just in case. Just for a rainy day, potentially. Boris! Oh! He's hungry, dude! He's hungry. I told you he was hungry. You didn't believe me. I told you he was hungry. If I were to quantify his hunger, you wouldn't even understand the number. Can Viper win a high-level archer game without ballistics? Sure. Tato still doesn't have the first wood upgrade, by the way. My man is naked and afraid here with his economy. He doesn't have anything. He's got a market. That's it. The inefficiencies on his food collection is astounding. If we were to look and compare these two amount of food collected, what do we think the number is going to be? What's the discrepancy going to be? Is it going to be like 7K for Viper and like 3K for Tato? 5K more for Viper? Well, we can look, because I don't think there's going to be anything huge happening in the next couple seconds. So it's only 2K ahead. It's not as much as I thought. Castle here for Viper. Arumi would go hard here. Arumi would go real hard. Still doesn't get this mangonel and loses another one. Like, Viper, at some point you're going to have to kill a mangonel from Tato. I don't think he's done it yet. Nice. There we go. And finally she dies as well. Maybe a turning point with that mangonel kill. Viper managing to defend himself. 92 villagers against 64. And the crossbows are coming up this way. Viper, of course, starting to grab the relics already. Ballistics coming in. Wheelbarrow coming in for him. Still not even a singular eco upgrade for Tato. Arumi would go... yeah, this is what he needs to do. Like, he needs to try and put a castle in a good position. He's bringing the mangonel over to support. Arumi are being produced from Viper. And Tato is going to try and get a castle up near this gold, near all the farming from Viper. But Viper has plenty of economy behind to fall back on. Maybe if this castle happened 5 minutes ago, it would have been decisive. But it's happening now. And the TC's even within range of some of these vills. Arumi coming over. Try and deal with the Eagles. Viper has no intention of denying this castle long term. But he is still looking for eco from Tato. He's just going to take as many villager kills as he can with this town center. Beautiful. Another one. And the whip boys are at it again. Mangonel is popping from the side here, though, so Viper needs to be careful with that. Rumi will see the villagers on stone over here, and Viper, well, he just buys food for an expensive price. I wonder why. And he will be making his way to the Imperial Age shortly. Has to choose the right TC, likely this one back here. Yep. Tato, his response to the Arumi, slingers. But slingers are not good against crossbows. Not good against arbalists. Only good against the Arumi. That's it. Is it another TC or is it a castle over here, Viper? It is a castle to protect the economy. So he's got a castle there, castle over here. Might choose to put a castle here if he has the stone as well. And just slowly advance outwards towards his enemy. And still has this stuff back here. If he clears up that Mangonel, once again, in a position to completely deny a significant portion of Tato's eco on this side. And even a crossbow still over here. Ugly. Yikes. Bonesaw! Let's go! Tato's not going to be feeling very good about that one at all. That is a terrible feeling when you realize 41 minutes into the game, you don't even have Bosa. Disgusting. Or sorry, it's double bit axe. It's not even Bosa, bro. I'm just assuming. It's double bit axe, sorry. I looked at the time. 41 minutes. Does Tato tap out once it hits Imperial Age? Just now getting Horus Scholar. Arbalists are over here to support the Trebs. Trebs take out the castle. Then what's in between you and death? Nothing. Eco over here is dead. This is going to be dead. Everything's going to be dead. Racer comes in. Tato taps out. Viper takes another win. We've got 2 games to go. We're going to a game 6 here. Going to a game 6. You can see the eco there. 3,000 extra food collected for Viper. Tato had the better KD, but I mean, Viper had more villagers killed, right? 25 to 11. Damn, dude. After getting demoed and then losing 2 more villagers on the side and getting his boar... Remember when he got his boar stolen? Remember when he got his boar stolen like a minute into Feudal Age? I don't understand how that went wrong for Tata so quickly. I think Viper just had the archers forward earlier, right? He was able to meet them up with his men-at-arms. And Tato never really got range units accompanying his men-at-arms for a very, very long time. And that meant that Viper was controlling large portions of Tato's eco, and Viper was fairly comfortable at home. And the idle TC time. Yeah, idle TC time was brutal. But that might have been because he had to leave the berries so often, right? Couldn't get the farms up on time. It's weird he had that much idle TC time and no food with that boar under his TC. It's very strange. Anyway, going to the next game soon. And it's going to be Land Madness, it looks like. 3-2. All right. We're getting into this, and I think Viper just called out Tato's Civ super hard here. Tato's going to be playing as the Vietnamese, and Viper's going to be playing as the Mayans. And I think Mayans do quite well here in the Civ matchup against Vietnamese. But we'll see. We'll see. Vietnamese are better than they used to be, for sure. With the fast eco upgrades, of course, being a factor, and their eco upgrades not costing wood, that's kind of huge as well. As we look at land madness here, Tato knows where Viper is because of the Vietnamese starting bonus. He's got a big old wood line back here. Back gold, back berries, easily wallable from the edge of the map to the TC, and wallable over here along with a stone. Could be huge. Could be massive. Yo, Crypto Mike, thank you for the tier 3, bro. Appreciate it. Thank you. Boda, thank you for the prime. Appreciate that, too. Welcome. Thanks, everyone, for being here. Just refresh. Oh, man, it's happening again. I haven't dropped any frames, bro. Ah, I hate Twitch so much. But, I mean, kind of where I work, kind of, so I don't know. It's Twitch? Yeah, it's been the last week or so. They've been dropping frames like crazy. That's a decent corner. I like the tiger looking over his little deer friends. That corner sucks. That corner... Pig makes corner better, but it still sucks. And this corner is terrible. There's only one good corner here. This one. This should be a Civ win for Mayans. Well, we'll see, right? Vietnamese do have the opportunity to go into scouts, which Mayans can't make. And scouts can be very powerful in this map. Also, Vietnamese will win archer versus archer battles in equal numbers because they have more HP, right? But eagles are generally a good option against Vietnamese. Especially later in the game. Eagles can be really, really strong. Cheaper archers versus tankier archers. True. Does Rathan have a bonus versus eagles? Most things do. I don't know if Rattans do. Vietnamese cav archers are good in Castle Age. True. And meso civs can struggle against cav archers sometimes, so... Oh, no, I know guys. I know exactly what to do here in Viper's position. I saw it on Reddit yesterday. I saw it on Reddit. Hang on a second. And I'm quoting. Okay, so I'm just quoting. Pros consistently throw due to unnecessarily single-minded avoidance of Mayan skirmishers. Followed by essay. My favorite reply to that was just some guy that said, "What is your elo?" ? Oh, AoE to Reddit, you dirty dog. All right, here's the archer range for Viper. Eagles should be coming out here, and he's making them. Tato's still pushing in the deer, and you can see he's already thinking about the wall off here, and he's already gone for the small walls around the wood line. Thank you, Shalthria. Appreciate it. Welcome back. 27 months now. Damn, dude. Welcome back. Pros don't understand the 5-dimensional chess that is 1200 elo. Dude, I tell you, when I talk to like 1300s, 1400s, they're thinking about counters and stuff more than the pros are. And most of the time, it's completely unnecessary. They're talking about what the current meta is and everything like that. It's crazy. Like, seems the meta is always men-at-arms into archers, or it's always, you know, just heavy spearmen, and I can never get damage with my scouts, so I have to transition into archer range. It's like, bro, let's make units and click. You'll be fine. You have bigger problems than what your opponent is making. Most likely. Loom. Coming in late for Tato. Already has the farm upgrade and the wood upgrade. And here's an archer range immediately after the stable. So it's scouts into skirms. It's a pretty good combination against mesosivs until the eagle number gets up there. And then it can be concerning, right? Because the eagles can go directly after the skirms and the spearmen are there to help against the scouts. And that's a great, that is a massive, we cannot understate the importance of that initial engagement there from Viper. That scout is dead. And now he doesn't really have to worry about just 2 scouts. He can comfortably come forward, add in an eagle to take care of the skirmishers potentially. And Tato is going to hang out at home with all of these units instead of having the incentive on his side. Really, really solid pokes there by those spearmen on that scout. Tato doesn't really have the eco to spam scouts and skirmishers simultaneously. He had 3 scouts here. More convincing fight. He might feel comfortable just taking this. As of right now, his scout is going to take a hit from that spearman. Probably should have taken 2. But the eagle follow-up is coming from Viper, and Tato needs to run. If he had an additional scout here, he wins this super easily. And Viper now has the momentum, and he's got the position. Marin, thank you for the 8 months. Appreciate it. One more. Good thing these eagles deal like no damage. True. True. More archers on the way from Viper. Tato just now pushing out again. Probably wanted to be applying pressure to this gold a lot sooner. Viper's going to be looking for this weak one. Tato knows that. He keeps pulling it away. Tato knows that. Beautiful micro there from Tato. Wonderful job with that scout. He knew exactly which one Viper was targeting. Viper gets it eventually, as he usually does. But he's forced to go into the infantry armor and forced to go into a second range. And he's got no eagles on the field right now. Finds the skirmishers. Still no armor for those skirms. And still no fletching for Tato either. SMH, no skirms being made. Yeah. Pro players, they consistently throw due to unnecessary single-minded avoidance of Mayan skirms. I'm gonna have to write that shit down. Can't keep tapping out to read that. I don't think you understand how consistently pro players throw due to unnecessary single-minded avoidance of Mayan skirms. Scouts wandering around back here. Without the skirmishers, not much of a threat. Spearman can keep his eco defended. As long as he keeps some spearmen near his gold, which he's doing. There's a couple weak scouts in there, so Tato probably doesn't want to take this fight. He's going to take it anyway, but there's another spearman on the way. And 3 of those guys are weak now. And Viper is coming forward with his army. These eagles have armor. They are concerning if Viper takes out the archers. Eagles are going to be a threat to these skirmishers. And indeed, Tato needs to run from just 1 unit. And Viper producing archers from double ranges. Look at the army count right now. Look at the production. 1 archer for Tato. 2 archers, an eagle in the queue for Viper. He's chased the scouts away. And he's feeling fairly comfortable as Tato clicks up to Castle Age first. He's used the market. Viper does not have a market yet. But he might be able to click up naturally. Archer armor on the way in from Tato. And it might be a Cav Archer angle. It honestly might be. It's got a lot on gold right now for 1 range. It could be a Cav Archer angle. I think it's a Cav Archer angle. What would that be, like 76 degrees? Not quite 90, but like Getting there. 80? Okay. Archer's moving back. I think Viper realizes that Tato, with this type of defense, is probably up first. Doesn't have a market yet, so he didn't see the prices. But Viper's usually keeping an eye on the score to see if it drops. He's going to add a market of his own. Tato's going to come in. He's going to try and hit that timing right a minute faster to Castle Age. Getting bloodlines as well. Could go for light cav. And then he'll start to add in the cav archers. Here we go. Remember, Viper can't full wall this. Unless he wants to wall all the way to the edge of the map here. So you can't wall in that stone terrain. Who has the civ advantage and why? Mayans should have the civ advantage here. Just simply because of eagles. But cav archers with Vietnamese are pretty deadly. They get extra HP. And they get like full technologies. Oh, man. Oh, man. Dude, that's perfect positioning for Viper. Like, he's like implying that he's going to come forward, but he doesn't want to come forward at the same time. But Tato knows if he pushes too far forward, he's going to lose all his army. And he kind of wants to delay until he has Cav Archer Nass behind. Really solid patience there from both. Tato's getting what he wants, delaying. Viper is getting what he wants in delaying. And now Viper is running away with these vills, and Tato sees the gold. He's going to see the palisades deleted here. And he might be going out for a little ride over in this direction to see if he can find those villagers, because that is evidence. Viper should have gotten rid of the evidence. He should have gotten rid of the evidence. Oh no. Where are his crossbows? They're so out of position. No, the scouts are coming. That's so many dead villagers. Viper, dispose of the evidence. Excellent play from Tato. To realize there was no other way for those villagers to get out of there. He saw that walls have been deleted recently, and that is many dead villagers for Viper. Almost all of them. He's going to get away with 2. 5 dead vills. Damn, bro. Damn. Some more idle TC time, again, for Tato. And remember that Viper got an additional villager when the game started. So, still a relatively competitive villager count for both. But the Cav Archers are out, and +2 armor is coming in. Ballistics is in for Viper. No ballistics for Tato. However, with Bloodlines, second archer armor, I think if he ever sees these crossbows, he might just dive with his Cav Archers. Second archer armor is huge for those skirms as well. However, Tato's going to lose his whole army here. Tato is going to lose his entire army at the back. Just how long it takes. University here for Tato. More walls towards that backside. And the Cav Archers are coming in. And there's only a tower here for Viper. If Tato sends these in, man, he can find so much value. Viper's so busy back here dealing with all this crap. Viper does have a few crossbows here. He's got the tower. He's got the scorpion on this side. And Tato just a few seconds too late. Viper has army to defend. If he had gone in there like 20 seconds earlier, holy. Holy. Once again, guys, only crossbows for Viper. And it just reinforces the point that pros consistently throw due to unnecessary single-minded avoidance of Mayan skirms. Getting better at that. Great unit. So true. Yeah, I'm a pioneer. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. These Cav Archers are very tanky. Extremely tanky. Uncomfortably tanky. There's only 17 of them, though. And there's 18... 18 crossbows? You can take that fight for sure. There's more behind, however. I'm not sure you can take 18 versus 32. Maybe with the skirms involved. Still only 1 TC eco for both. 51 Vils against 48. I'd love to see Tato get wheelbarrow whenever he can. It's a little bit better with Vietnamese. Doesn't cost wood. Comes in super quick. It's definitely worth. Want to utilize all your civ bonuses as much as you can. And here come the skirmishers out of position. And Viper will just happily take these farms. Also has a mangonel pushing forward. So now the skirms are on the opposite side of this mangonel as these crossbows. Generally not a good spot to be. Tato will come back out here with the cav archers, trying to utilize his mobility. Could find his way in towards this wood line here, and that could be concerning for Viper because he's got nothing. Viper has nothing. Viper has nothing at home. Absolutely nothing at home. He's trying to hunt this stuff down. Now he's trying to leave. Oh, no, dude. Oh, God. Everything's going to die. There's nothing back here. Villagers dying like crazy. Viper's going to go in now. He's going to try and find some damage. He's going to try and find some big hits on the skirmishers with his mangonel. The game still isn't over even after all those villager losses, but he's down at 38 villagers. If he can get a good clear up here, it's fantastic, but Tato has him completely surrounded. Tato says, come out with your hands up. I'm going to blast you. And that might be it for Viper here, guys. It might be it for Viper. Excellent timing there from Tato. Viper had no defense at all. GG, good luck in the final. And Tato has beaten Viper, and he's going to go through to face Hera. He is playing amazing, dude. Tato. 4-2 over Viper. Some incredible games. And it's going to be him against Hera in the final. Well played from Tato. Fantastic showing. Also well played from Sato yesterday that took Tato to 7 games. Damn, dude. What a moment there. What a moment. No defenses at all from Viper. Nothing. He's going to be kicking himself for that. Maybe he felt like he was super far behind after losing those vills, so he just gambled on everything aggressive. He thought the cav archers were still forward. Lost track of them. Had to punish them. I think Viper wasn't playing bad today. Just Tato was playing amazing. And, yeah. It'd be like that sometimes. Viper making it to the semis. Another solid result for him. So see how he does in the 2v2 tournament coming up and also at NAC. All right. Tati deserves a big win. Yeah, it's going to be tough against Hera. Historically, one of Tato's worst matchups, right? We'll see what he can do. Tato winning with the Vietnamese there. Viper losing with the Mayans. And, of course, the loss on Land Madness. Damn, bro.